Hey DLV, how's it going? Right now I am currently at Colgate University. I had a quick second to do this Q&A video because my past 24 hours of traveling have been just insane. I didn't have my luggage that had this camera or my computer. Anyway, I told you guys I'd do a Q&A video. It's gonna be late, but I'm doing it because I said I would do it. Without further ado, here's the first question. At McAngel08Corn says, do you think my dogs are cute? You tell me. I think those are some of the cutest dogs I've ever seen. And I have a feeling that Cooper, which is Mark's dog, is gonna look just like that one on the right there. By the way, I am not addressing how creepy this room is right now. It's just a very long hall. It feels like we're the 1%ers. Shake hands. My voice sounds very puissant. Puissant. Let's see. Second question. Will Buddy be a tour dog in the future? That is something that I wish was a possibility. Unfortunately, everybody has dogs in the band and crew, and everybody wants their dogs to be out on tour because dogs are awesome. You can't do that because then you'd have like 7 dogs and people just tripping over them, they'd get hurt, then there's just poop everywhere. And it does sound like something that would be easy to do and a very realistic possibility. Unfortunately, it is not the case, and it's just a lot easier to leave the pups at home and then see them when you get back. Next question. At KLC Stars asks, if you could form a super band with another drummer to perform with, who would it be? Alive or dead? I'm just gonna go with the alive part of that question. I'm gonna say Jordan Burns, who is a drummer for a band called Strung Out. And they are a big part of the reason that I started learning drums. Some of the things I do on drums are still inspired by him. He's incredible. I think he's won like Punk Drummer of the Year multiple times. And I would love to just kind of sit down and like pick his brain at certain stuff and fills here and there. It'd be very, very fun. Okay, this next question, Sam Dunk. A lot of you guys will recognize Sam. He said, long-time viewer, first-time tweeter. Do you have any fantasy football advice? Just want to make sure I do the opposite. I'll let you know that Sam is in my fantasy football league, and that is a very poor attempt to talk a little bit of smack. To answer your question, Sam, any fantasy football advice that I've had, I write it on the trophy that is on my mantle at home. I write something down after I win, so since I've won it 2 years out of the possible 3 years, I'll go ahead and take a look at that trophy on my mantle. All right, I'm getting too heated about it. That's pretty funny. Well, thanks for participating, Sam. I really do appreciate it, but no. At Carrie Dreams says, I'm sure I'm not the only one asking this. How did you and Valentina meet? That is a very interesting question. You guys know that we met in Arizona while the band was there. To get more specific, it's kind of a crazy story, and I think I owe Travis the assist point for this one. She was coming out to the show because she was in kind of a weird spot where she wasn't going out that often and wanted to come tell Travis that she saw his engagement video and wanted to say that that was an incredible video that she really fell in love with. And once I saw her, I thought that she was incredibly beautiful, incredibly striking, and of course has a very contagious, positive personality. I had to, you know, turn the switch, flip the game on. And you know, once this gets in there, I don't know. I thought she was really cute. I wanted to say hi, but she came to the show, not necessarily to, you know, rock her face off. She did, but she just wanted to tell Travis that she really loved that engagement video of he asking Jenny that it was amazing. She was very inspired to believe in love. I thought that's a nice way to meet her. Moving right along, at Becks Ram. At Becks Ram 99 says, do you watch any particular YouTube channels on a regular basis? That's a pretty good question. If there are days where I feel like I just kind of don't really want to go do anything with the camera or anything like that, I just watch a Shay Carl vlog, and it is the equivalent of drinking 6 cups of coffee. It is insane how much I want to go out and do stuff for the vlogs after I watch Shay, because his personality is very energetic and it's very contagious at the same time. And that is the quickest way for me to get off the couch and go do that stuff. I would also say Philip DeFranco, because if I want to be informed on what's going on as far as pop culture or you know, politics and this and that, he usually has a pretty neutral view that doesn't really talk down to me like I'm stupid. And I like it. It's very informative. So I'd say Philip DeFranco and Shay Carl. And then I think everybody and their mother watches Casey Neistat, so those 3. Can I get you to attempt to say the longest word in Welsh? All right, I'm just gonna read this off the cuff. Here we go. Land for Pilgrim Gilgokari Chil Winder Nerlibil Iskuskilgush. I nailed it. I don't know if I should have learned how to play the drums. I think I should have been like a linguist, somebody who just learns multiple languages, maybe ancient languages that are dying, therefore they can pass them on. Almost perfect Gaelic. If you want, Gaelic is an insane, insane language. That word should be illegal. All right, @WeTheEmily asks, what's your opinion on black licorice? I think black licorice is a weird flavor because I think I had too much Jägermeister when I like turned 21, and I was in that whole phase of my life. People wanted to do Jaeger shots and Jaeger bombs, and then it just takes one time. You get sick, and then all of a sudden you smell black licorice, you smell Jaeger, and then you kind of like, whoop. So I think black licorice is disgusting. I know a lot of you just disagreed with me, but it's gross. Moving right along, plowing ahead. @RealChristina_TX Texas says, Starbucks order? Question mark. If you're asking me if I want Starbucks, yes. If you're insinuating that you would like to know my Starbucks order, it is a triple grande skinny caramel latte. It's a mouthful. It's 3 shots of espresso, and it's like a caramel latte, but it's sugar-free caramel and like no non-fat milk. So it's like a lot of coffee, not a lot of sugar, still flavorful. You do sound weird when you say it though, so be careful. @Katie Bontempo says, do you believe that we will win? Oh yes, I do believe that we will win. And that will conclude this little quick Q&A. Thank you guys so much, I really do appreciate it. I think this is probably the coolest venue that we've done a Q&A. Now I need to get back to the regularly scheduled vlog where we're about to go play an outdoor show in the rain, and it's freezing. Look at that, they just had their 1% meeting. You see that? The only kind of meeting you have in here is a 1% meeting. They're up to something. All right guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.